Hey friends, I am so excited to dive into my computer today and walk you through setting up your digital product and your freebie in StanStore. I talk about StanStore all the time, but I've never done an exclusive video diving into the process of actually creating your digital products. I'm so excited to do that today. Now, there are a few steps you need to take before ever creating your product in StanStore, and that's actually creating your product, creating your freebie, and all of the assets that go along with it. I do have a kind of pre-set up StanStore guide. It's a checklist that you can download completely for free. So let's just get into it. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is make sure that you have all of your files in one place. You do not want to be hopping into StanStore, creating your product, and then realize you have to go back into Canva and download your product and go into this file and find this file and, oh, I had downloaded this days ago. You don't want to have to be shuffling around your files or Canva or wherever your product is. You want all of this to be in a file, and this is also going to be really great for you in the future anyway. Now, I use this external hard drive because I actually don't edit any of my videos or, save my designs on my computer itself. I actually save them to an external hard drive. One, so that way I don't bog down my computer, but also so I have this digital storage with all of my important work files. So I highly recommend grabbing one. I'll have it linked below. Okay, so I have my files up here right now, and I have a file within my business name, and I have lead magnets and paid offerings as far as the folders. If we open up paid offerings, you're going to see the digital product growth plan. Hey, Buppers, you want to come sit with me? You want to come sit with me? Come here. Okay, now I have a little coworker sitting with me. We're going to keep going here. So with my files in my paid offerings, I only have one folder, and that's because currently I only have one paid offering. And within that, I have all of the PDFs for that product. So these are all of the things that are included in the product. So they're all easily stored here, and I can grab them at any time. So we're going to get out of my files for a second. The other thing that is super helpful in preparing before actually logging into Stan and starting to add your product is also, let me open up Notion. So once you have all your files organized, I also think it's helpful to fill out a preparation worksheet. This worksheet is something I developed. It's actually included in my digital product growth plan. And this is essentially a worksheet for your listing, your sales page, your storefront, everything based on StanStore specifically. It would work for other platforms like Etsy or WooCommerce or your own website. All of the questions would be similar to those platforms as well. However, I did set this up in kind of the order that they need the information in StanStore. So essentially this just goes over product details, your sales page, and you can put your description in here, any imagery that you need, the price that you want to be listed, essentially just everything, all of the information that you're going to need to put in StanStore. So now I can just copy and paste over. So now we're gonna start adding the product. So this is the fun stuff. You're gonna go to your store. Obviously, this is my store and it's already full of products and freebies, but we're just gonna scroll down and find add product. But for yours, if you're just starting out, just find the add product button. It should be pretty easy to find if you have nothing else on there. Once you select add product, then you're going to be brought to the choose product type page. And in this page, you can do anything from, collecting emails, coaching calls, e-course, webinar, digital products, custom products. This could be like an audit or like a service of some sort that you're offering, a reoccurring membership. Currently, this is just charging them on a subscription basis, but soon they're coming out with a community feature where you can actually host memberships in here as well, and a URL, which would just be linking to another website. So right now, we're just gonna add a digital product, and this would be like PDFs, guides, etc., which what I am adding is my digital product growth plan. I'm just gonna use what I already have, and we're going to add that together. Okay, let me see. When you add a new product, you have a few options as far as the style it will appear on your store. And I do need to mention that with your store, you can customize it and it can look different than what mine looks like. So the example over here on my screen is what it looks like for my shop. It might look a little bit different for you depending on which theme you choose in the customization section. So just keep that in mind. So there are 3 different styles you can pick. Call out is my preference for an actual paid offering because it provides an image and a little bit more detail as well. A button is a lot simpler. It just shows the title, the price, and a small thumbnail image. And the preview style is actually going to show a little bit of a preview to your digital product. So I think call out is the best option for your paid digital product. Once you select your style, you'll move down to select image and choose a thumbnail. This is only going to be the thumbnail that shows up on your storefront. So this is not going to be on your sales page. So you will choose an image. This is going to be a square image. Okay, that's good enough for now, but you can adjust in Canva. You can, size things down, make sure that it fits. Again, this sample image here is what my shop looks like. If you choose a different theme, this will look different, and so you're just going to have to adjust as necessary to make sure it looks good for the theme you chose. So if we scroll down, now you're going to add text, and because I filled out my handy dandy worksheet, I don't have to worry about thinking up this information as I go. That is a very stressful way to add a product. If you're sitting here like, oh, what am I going to title this? Like, what should this say? Like, what should my little subtitle / description say? Blah, blah, blah. Leaving that to the stage can be very stressful. But instead, if you take the time to fill out a worksheet or, just taking notes even for yourself, then you can already have all this information planned and know exactly what you want to say within your listing and your sales page. Let's see. So title for me, very simple. I don't really want anything that's like a hook necessarily. I want them to know what it's called, and it's called Digital Product Growth Plan. So that is what my title is. For the subtitle, I have written the exact method that can make you 10K plus per month working for yourself. If I did it, so can you. So we have a button call out for your storefront here. It can be anything you want. I just do simple all caps, click here. So now this page is done, and you can see right here what it's going to look like. We're going to be changing the price in the next section, so don't worry about that part. But this is so cute, right? Like, I love how it looks. And also when you're customizing your theme, you can also customize the color, so you can make sure that this color matches your brand. So we're going to select next. That's just going to bring you to the checkout page, which is the sales page. And here up at the top, you can also toggle from page to page. Where we were was the thumbnail page, and now this is the checkout page. So at the very top, you're going to select your image. This can be completely different from what you have on the thumbnail page or the storefront page. I like to keep it the same. Why not? And so I am going to upload the same image, except in this version, the flower's bigger because I have more space and you can see more inside of that thumbnail. So now that I have my image, which I think looks just so cute, it's really fun and fresh and retro, and I love it. Now we're going to fill out the rest of the product, and this again is where I'm going to go back to my worksheet where all of this has been filled out for me, and I don't have to worry about it because I have this. And another great thing about this worksheet, I love Notion, I use Notion. If you have this worksheet saved in Notion and for some reason something weird happens and you lose your store or you accidentally delete your product or something like that, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Your entire sales page and product listing is still in Notion, and you can just, copy and paste everything. So it's kind of like having a backup version of your sales page in written format in Notion. So it's actually super helpful. So I'm just gonna bust through this section really quick, and then we'll meet back for the next step. I'm going to pause right here and explain the collect info section. So you can just have name and email and that be it. But you can also add your own fields. So if you add field, you can do text, multiple choice, drop down, or check boxes. I think that's really beneficial because you can learn more about your customers, and some of that information might be super helpful or necessary for the service or product that you're offering. For me, I don't really have any additional information I need from them. However, I want to stay connected. I want to have direct communication with them, and sometimes email's just not enough. So I always, with every product, I ask for their social media handle. And all I write is drop your social media handle here with an arrow, and I make that required. Some people don't have them, and a lot of times they'll just be like in A or don't have one or something like that. And I just know, okay, it's like they don't have an Instagram, they don't have a YouTube right now, and that's totally fine. But if I require it, it does prompt them to fill it out. The main reason I started doing this is because once somebody bought something, I'd reach out to check in and see how things are going, maybe ask for a testimonial in the future, and I would hear nothing back in email. And I realized it's not that they didn't want to provide that for me, they're just not checking their email as frequently as I am. I check my email like 100 times a day, but this person who made this purchase probably doesn't. And so if you reach out to them via Instagram in their DMs and say, hey, you bought this product from me, I hope you're enjoying it, thank you so much for your support, let me know if you have any questions. And, they have that direct access to you to ask questions about the product or anything like that. And then, a few weeks down the road, you could reach out and say, hey, if you're really enjoying this, could you please provide me a review or testimonial, or, show me the results you've achieved since implementing this. And that's just an easier way to connect with your community. Okay, so we're at the next stage here, which is uploading your digital product. I copy and pasted all of this information as you saw, and now we're going to upload the product. And because I already created an organized file, this is going to be super easy. I'm just going to take the PDFs that are in my file and upload them directly here. You just select upload, you select the files you want to upload, and then as you can see, it's very quick. It's going to start uploading all of it. So in this section, you have two options. You can upload a document like a PDF, or you can select this option here at the top and redirect to a URL. So if you have a private website page or an unlisted YouTube video, you could lead directly to that link. But for me, I have my AI prompts, the digital product growth plan itself, like the guide itself, and an additional guide called the freelancer guide. This is an additional way to make income while you're building your digital product business. So I have that included. And then this PDF says all the other goods. And so all the other things that I mentioned that I have, guide and freebie templates, Canva mockup templates, I have a few tutorials, I have an entire 36-minute workshop in there. All of those links, the templates and the videos, I actually have created individual PDFs for those, and then those PDFs lead to the individual videos or whatever it might be. So instead of having to try to figure out how to get people to these links, I have all of it in a long PDF. And that seems to be really helpful, I think, for people, so that it all is in one space and it's just one long PDF with all of the links that they need. So the final thing you'll do in the product section here is, if you want, you can go to options, and from here you can add your reviews, which is super important. I highly recommend doing that. You're also going to do email flows. This would be automatic email. So you could have an email that goes out after a couple days asking if they have questions, and then, maybe a couple weeks later following up for a testimonial. So you could actually build that email flow directly in here. Then you can also do order bumps. So if you have another product, you can select this and then select the product, and you can have on your sales page, it could say sign up now for this exclusive pricing, to add an additional product to the order. You can also have an affiliate link if you want. If you have somebody that wants to share your product on their social media, you could do an affiliate commission for them and give them that link so it could up your sales. You can add a video. If there's a video describing your product, you could add that here, and you can also edit the confirmation email. So all of that can be done right here in the product page, but otherwise you're just gonna hit publish and boom, you now have this product listed on your website. Okay, so now you've added your product. So officially somebody could go to your StanStore personalized link and buy your product. But now I want to show you how to create a sales funnel. And to do that, you're going to need to add a lead magnet. So this is also something that you might want to have created and all the documents in your files so you're ready to go. And what you can do is, instead of going to add a product and just doing this collect email option, which is totally fine, this would actually place this type of box directly on your store where they can enter their name and email and immediately get their download. But I do it a little bit different because I really want to convert as many sales as possible to my digital product growth plan. I want to give all the free things away in the world, but I want to make sure that these people know that I also have a paid offering that goes deeper into, making money online, digital products, and things like that. So instead of adding it as a email collection product, I actually go to funnels over on the left hand side. And as you can see, I have 5 different funnels. These are all separate free resources that I offer, but every single one of them goes through the same funnel of leading somebody to my digital product growth plan. So I actually created the brand new freebie, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, called the StanStore Setup Guide. So as far as how this is gonna look to your potential customers, once they click the link that we'll have in our main store, it will lead them to this page here. It'll have a title, a description, a call out, and then they can enter their name, email, and again, I ask for their social media handle even for the freebie. Once they select grab the guide, it will lead them to this page. So you'll have the option to do a top banner call out. So for me, I just said, before you click away, with fingers pointing down, saying I have something to show you. And then here you'll have your digital product that you just added to your store. However, one thing that's a little bit annoying is you actually have to add it to this funnel page separately. You can't link it to your other product. You have to almost recreate a whole new product within the funnel. But once you create one funnel, you can duplicate it. So you only have to do this once, but just keep in mind, say you make an update to your sales page listing on your main storefront, you'll need to go into each of these funnels and update it on those sales pages as well, because again, they're just completely separate entities. So this is really just a duplicate of the original sales page. So again, it makes it really helpful if you have that worksheet filled out so you can easily copy and paste everything. And then for me, I actually make this a bigger discount than is on my regular storefront. So if they get my freebie, they're gonna save $10 by buying it right away versus maybe waiting and buying it in the future. And right here, I just let them know your freebie is on your way, but before you go, and then I go into the sales page. So I add a little note making sure they know they've already done their part and the freebie is on its way. But if you want, you can also now buy this at a better discount rate. So that is kind of what the funnels look like. So to set up a funnel, like I said, once you have it set up once, you really don't need to do it again. You just can duplicate an entire funnel and then just change the necessary information. Let's go to funnels and create new funnel, because this is what it's going to look like for you. You're going to then choose what it is that you're offering. So that is when you will select collect emails, and then you'll fill out the information for your lead magnet. So your header image, your headline here, the title, description, the fields, and you'll upload your freebie. So that's the first step of your funnel. So really, we're still adding the product, the email collection product, but we're not doing it in the My Store section. We're doing it in the funnel section. And then you can add a page. And then again, you get to select what the next step is. So this could be a coaching call, a webinar, an e-course, or your digital product. So we're going to select digital product, but once you have that call out, you can do everything else pretty much the same as you did in your store page, adding the image, the title, the description, etc., etc., and your one-time discount pricing can go here as well. So I'm going to go back and let's go back to the StanStore setup guide that I just set up. So once you have your little funnel made, you're gonna go back to just the funnel itself, select edit details, and then you can actually change the links. I wanted the funnel URL to, be my StanStore link /StanStore. Something simple, easy for me to remember, so I could send this to people, through DMs or whatever it might be. So once you know that you have your link made, now you can go back to your store. And as you can see, I have a little headline here, which by the way, you can just add if you go to the bottom and select add section. That is how you add these little call outs. And so I have all of my free stuff, and below that it's all of my freebies and my YouTube channel. So here you'll find the StanStore setup guide. So what this is the URL option in the add the product section. So we're gonna go down, add product, URL, and then here you can choose again, button or call out. I prefer button for my freebies. I have a lot. I don't want it to be super crowded, so I feel like that is a good option for me. And then you just choose the thumbnail, change what the button or kind of like the main title says, and then place the links. So for me, I would put that /StanStore link right there, and then you select publish, and that is all you need to do. So I'm doing a screen recording on my phone, and I want to show you what your StanStore could look like. At the top, I have a little banner, my name, and a little call out bio, and then below that, the very first thing that you see is my paid offering, the digital product growth plan. And there's a little bio, shows how many stars of reviews I have, and also the pricing. If you select click here, it's now going to open up that full sales page that we had created in StanStore. And you can scroll through, read through it, see the images. I have, a screenshot here of different DMs I've received from people. Then I do have my very few reviews. Again, I said, it is hard to get reviews from people. And so now that I'm actually receiving their social media handles, I'm hoping that will help get those a little bit faster. And then also I have, the area where then you can pay and make your purchase. So that is what the sales page itself looks like. If we go back, we can scroll down and you see all of my free stuff. So we're gonna open up the StanStore setup guide, and this is what they would see. And if they filled this out, select grab the guide, it's gonna lead them to that sales page we created in our funnels that, lets them know they have a one-time discount offering at that stage. So that is how you add your digital product and your lead magnet. There's so many other things you can do within StanStore, and I really wanna do further deep dives into those. But otherwise, that is it for this video. Please watch this one next. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.